Right, everyone, welcome back to the first marathon run through the psychiatric ward with an alien in tow. So, we know where the code is. I think we may have actually picked up... picked up the key card. Yeah, I know exactly where it is. Device invalid. Tuna. It was there. And it was almost ludicrously easy to break, as these ones tend to be.
You're there. That's Morley's office. The passcode should be in there
Is there any
somewhere.
loot I can grab? Not really. And then our main issue is getting around... Oh, hello, there's some audio in here. No, error. Never mind. Got it.
Have you found the passcode? Look, we'll need the physical key card too. Morley always kept it on him. Find him.
Yeah.
Warning. Medical facility quarantine breach detected. Warning.
Relax.
Medical
I'm
facility
just trying to
quarantine
find out
breach
what that
detected.
is. You focus on finding that key card.
Can't get through there. He hasn't noticed me yet. Yeah, I know where they are. But there's nowhere for me to hide. Save game, enemy nearby, I know. Oh yeah, there he is. Probably a bad idea to save. Oh, there's a classic. They always have like that spear tail. And I think he just got my head as well. Oh, nope, there he got my head. Okay, current save. Right. So we've got like 3 rooms, and we know exactly where Morley is. At least by virtue of our map. It's got a very small radius to be interested in.
Let's work together, huh? Mutual benefit. The area you're in was far more unstable
So Morley is somewhere down here.
patients.
Let's go check that out now. Oh, also map.
Where to go?
Tragic cases. Don't worry, they're all long gone. No, wrong way.
No, it's the right way. Morley is somewhere down here, but I think he might be through there. Oh, and again.
Bright summer's
Ooh.
day. You are in
ID tag. Revolver ammo.
Place had such promise when I first came here. It's tragic.
I think this might be a perfect example of always look through everything before you trigger the boss encounter. Okay, so now we know that he'll be in the staff quarters. But the alien turns up when we get through to the... get to his office. Which I appear to have just gone right past, because this place is a bloomin' maze. Right. Of course it's a maze. Why wouldn't it be a maze? Honestly, anywhere with the alien is going to be a maze. But yeah, he's senior consultant.
Along that corridor.
Can't get through there. Need to tune this. It is around here. No? Okay, evidently it does change. There. Done. 0 system detections, as always. And there isn't
That's Morley's office.
anything to miss
The
here.
passcode should be in there somewhere.
Okay. Let's access this. If we can. Thank you, please. Let me see. We know it is under shared hospital
Have you
quarantine.
found the passcode? Look, we'll need the physical key card too.
And let's see, I've got a smoke bomb, a flashbang. I don't have a noise maker because I don't have any sensors.
Warning. Medical facility quarantine breach
And
detected.
there is
Warning.
Relax.
Medical facility
none for me to
Find out what that
use.
is. You focus on finding that key card.
I've got a lot of ammo, that's something. Okay, so the alien turns up about here, and I need to go to the left of where it turns up. It looks like I might be able to use vent access along the way. Let's bring up the item, tool, weapon, personal terminal, passcode, keycard, save point, cutting point, ladder. I presume that's when you have the iron torch. This doesn't actually point out where all of the vents are. But that looks like it's a doorway, just not necessarily one we can use. See, of course, I've got the save point there, right where the alien, like, spawns in, as it were. Hopefully... Actually, no, I think that is actually a door, but it's one that we couldn't open, because we backed up in there originally. Okay. Can I get through here now? Device invalid. No. It's annoying. So I just sort of have to spawn him in, and then... No, that's not going to be open. What am I going to do? If I take a few steps forward, he turns up. So I'm trying to think, what would be... If I had a noisemaker, this would be kind of easier, because I kind of need to direct their attention down, further down that hallway. But I can't make any noisemakers, because I don't have any sensors. Ooh, I have version 1, apparently, of something, and then that must be the ion torch. That is interesting, and I have 2 out of 6 potential batteries. Can a flashbang help? Smoke bomb, I would think, would help, except that the alien doesn't use vision. If you look at, with almost without exception, the alien doesn't have eye sockets. It just has a mouth, and then it has this smooth, like, domed back head. And it's theorized, mostly in fan circles, that that basically functions like a shark's, dorsal lines, I think they're called. But those are like little lines along the bottom, along the shark's body that can sense electricity in the water around it. I think the alien itself probably has, like, its own built-in, like, pressure sensor thing, like this tracker. I wish I could save this episode right now, but we don't have that option. So, I don't know what to do. We will toss the flashbang, and that will hopefully do us a favor. Nope, it's angry. And it's just instant kill. Wow. There's, like, nothing we can do. It is just instant kill. That makes sense. The alien is an extremely dangerous predator. Now we have to go through all that again, so I'll skip as much of it as I can for you guys. Sedation ward.
Just tell me where to go, Carmen.
Oh, rewire. Okay, what can we do with the rewire? What have we got? Camera feed. Let's just turn that off. Lighting. Turn that on. No more power. We have sprinklers available for some reason. Let me see. And it was tab to switch the room. Sprinklers, door access. Okay, let me just take a look at this. And the other one. Okay, so we can get lighting in sedation. We can get day room door access. Just turn off that. Add lighting. And we can get door access to the staff room. Oh, if we could... Vent access. Okay, hang on. Let me get that off, and then vent access to the staff room. Power... Oh, that requires 4 power, though? Means I'm gonna have to turn off most of the lights and stuff. Okay. I think that'll do it. That might work. Let's take a look now. Okay. So that is an item, tool, or weapon. I need to check that out. That is Morley's office. Let's grab this map segment. So let's see. Gives us that. Now, let me see. There's the welcome area. Morley's office is just off here. I think it's down. It's this room down here. That is the one that we're worried about that we can't get into at the moment. And I don't think the air purification is really that huge of an issue, unless we set things on fire a bit. Well, there was an item right here, wasn't there? Let's just rewire. Wasn't there an item? I could swear that. Oh, it must have been just that. Okay, never mind. Right, let's have a look around. Whoop.
No, wrong way.
Don't care. Sensor. Which means I can make a noisemaker. Okay. So now I have a noisemaker, which could come in handy. Scratch that. Almost assuredly will come in handy. Ooh, nice interesting padded room. Looks almost like intestines. Okay, so so there's a vent now. We can now open that vent. And let's see, that's the door, I think, that's locked. I think that's the one that he won't open us. Might be wrong. So I'm covering. Yeah. I'm covering basically every basis I can right now. Let's also. Oh, it's not emergency override 4. Passcode required. Right, that's the place we have to get into. Check you. Grab your stuff.
The sun is high in the sky above you.
Okay, so we've got no medkits, we've got a flashbang, a smoke bomb, and a noisemaker. We've now got vent access. Passcode required for the nurse station.
Tragic cases. Far from the rhythms of Earth.
There's a vent there, but we can't get past to get to it. We've got all of these vent accesses now.
Wasted far too much time on coddling them. They should never have come here. None of us should.
I'm beginning to question your medical ethics, sir. What am I into now? Okay, now I'm headed back, I think. Yeah, there's our exit. I kind of wish I could put a waypoint. Just put a reminder or something onto there, but apparently I can't. Okay. Right. So, over here, by the welcome area, is our exit. Down this bottom red X is where Morley's office probably is. Or rather, where it's probably where Morley himself is. And the cross point below the exclamation mark here is where the alien spawns in. So if we head back there, and if we can find a vent to crawl into as soon as the alien turns up, we've got vent access now, which makes things a lot easier.
That's right. Along that corridor.
Okay, so here's where he turns up. That's not accessible. This door still isn't accessible. Where does this go? Am I gonna be able to find out where that goes? It's somewhere on the left. Nurse station? Is that it? Okay, it's the nurse station, which we need vent access to, probably. So let's head back to the rewire, which I'm presently slightly wishing I actually had fast travel to. Let's see, that's part of the sedation ward. Okay, so nurse station, which we do not have any control over. We've got door access on as many things as we can. Most of the lights are off. I'm going to turn that off, because I don't need air purification right now. But we've got vent and door access open, so all the places we can get open from here, at least. I'm trying to think. we clearly need to distract him somehow. We can get through a lot of places via the vents, but the vents start past where the alien turns up. Is my problem. Got all the door accesses open. See, this is the door that we need to get in, but we need a passcode for it. And I think that's like the passcode here. And I can't just give it now because Ripley doesn't know it because we had to restart. What is there around here that I can maybe make use of? Maybe that? Blasting caps. Don't have a use for those yet. Whoa! Emergency override. I guess that means I can slam the doors locked. I'm not sure. Oh, okay. There we go. Not sure what just happened there.
Don't take kindly to be left out of the loop, Morley.
Oh.
You hear me?
Hello, this is our friend.
I tried to use the dispensary today and found I was locked out. I can't possibly be expected to carry out my duties if you and Lingard cut my access privileges. I have patients who will relapse without that medication, particularly when things on the station are so precarious. I will not see patient care suffer. Consider this a formal warning. And for the record, I do not have a problem. Coleman out.
Okay. Well... Okay, I guess this is a temporary lockdown. That's a shame. Because being able to come in here and stop him from coming in would be nice. But there doesn't appear to be event access in here, so I'm not sure how we would get out. So, that'd be a problem. But by the looks of it, we can emergency override both sides here, so... Theoretically, this is where we could, like, lock ourselves in for a bit. But, I'm gonna call this episode to a close, because we have now investigated every inch of this place. We've got a reasonable battle plan. So, we are going to go over here. I think we're going to have to dash past them, get into the vents, work our way around to Morley's office, keep the scanner out just to make sure they're not around. Maybe we can lay the noisemaker down as a trap to irritate them more than anything else. And then we can use the vents so when we come back out of Morley's corpse location to get back to the safe zone. This is assuming that the alien doesn't come down to the vents with us. But we will do all of that next time.